It's just my opinion. Ever hear that phrase? It seems that when writing any opinionated piece or having any viewpoint in general, that phrase appears. And why wouldn't it? It is just an opinion. Nothing more, nothing less. Well, the thing is, that phrase is often used to avoid arguments and confrontation. I do not have the patience to count how many times someone has used that phrase to avoid any conflict or opposition. It doesn't matter if it's talking about video games or abortion. Many conversations are completely shut down because of it. If someone says it during a conversation, the other risks becoming the bad guy if they want to continue that conversation to get their point across. The other one is viewed as an obsessive jerk because they won't just drop the subject, all because someone wanted to say a statement without repercussion. Let me make this clear. The phrase, "it's just my opinion," does not make you free from repercussions or criticism. It does not make you right. Opinions are arguments. If you don't want to enter into an argument, do not say anything that could get you to enter into an argument. It's like asking to be shot, then complaining when you get shot. If you don't enjoy confrontation, do not put yourself into a situation where confrontation can arise. Controversial statement, I know. I also know that not saying what's on your mind, just to avoid an argument, is kind of difficult. So just don't put down a potential conversation. But for some reason, everyone has developed their own safety bubble to shield themselves from being wrong. That shield is the phrase, "it's just my opinion." When getting into an argument, most people don't argue to learn something. They argue to teach someone. But you can't teach someone who thinks they've already learned everything there is to learn. So most arguments ultimately end up just being pointless. It's a combination of ego, insecurities, and immaturities that lead to people getting flustered and frustrated, which normally ends what could be a genuine learning experience. Nobody wants to be a loser. Nobody wants to be in a state where they feel embarrassed or vulnerable. Everybody wants to feel superior to the person next to them. Because of that, very few people actually learn from arguments. More often than not, arguments devolve into screaming matches where both contestants walk away reaffirmed in their beliefs. I think it's needless to say that this is a bad thing. So, how do you actually change someone's opinion? Someone will tell you to repeat the facts over and over, in hopes that the other person will see the ire of their ways. That has never worked. If anything, people will ignore whatever fact you present them and deem them irrelevant to their point. Facts alone will never change someone's mind. So don't argue with facts. Argue with ideals. If you can make someone believe that what they are doing is inherently wrong and degenerate, they might change their mind. In other words, argue their logic. If you can prove to someone that what they believe doesn't make sense when you apply logic to whatever it is they believe, then they might change their mind. That's the basic premise. To expand on that, during your conversation, you can never raise your voice and get angry. This will just escalate the situation and prevent either side from learning anything. Otherwise known as, it will turn it into a pissing match. You can also never insult a person. Saying they are stupid or ignorant does not make them intelligent. It just makes them insulted and not want to talk to you anymore because you insulted them. You need to remain calm and approach the situation like an adult. It doesn't matter if the other person is screaming at you or trying to verbally assault you, you can never stoop to their level. Being the bigger person is also extremely important. The bigger person doesn't stoop to the other person's level. Making the other person feel like they were acting poorly can and will change their behavior. Nobody likes to feel like they are less than someone else. Everybody wants to be equal. Everyone always wants to be right. So if you can't change their mind, you can at least show them that acting like a child at the first sight of adversity is not okay. Let me be clear. The notes that I just listed will not work every time. It largely depends on the person. Some people will say their mind has changed, but ultimately just wanted to end the conversation. There are also the people that no matter what will just be open to being proven wrong, as they believe being wrong about anything is a weakness, a sign of vulnerability. You can really just only ignore these people. But I'd recommend trying to change their mind before you deem them as the kind of individual that could never be wrong in their own eyes. That's all I got. I've wanted to write this piece for quite some time now, and I finally got around to doing it a few days ago. One more thing that I wanted to say, but couldn't find an organic place to put it, is that you are allowed to have an opinion. But that does not mean that other people are not allowed to criticize that opinion. So, yeah, that's it. That's all I got. This was the first take, so I screwed up a bit, but that's fine. I don't mind. And you shouldn't either. Grr. But yeah, tell me what you guys thought in the comments. Bye.